section is about how to launch your product like a pro and really how to build that buzz and maximize the sales for your new product or service that you're launching. So most of you have been already looking for affiliate products or looking for PLR ebooks or something that you can sell. Some of you are using Buzz Tabs and you're setting up a page that you can promote. Some of you already have a business. So what we want to do in this section is really have a look at all of the pre-stuff that goes behind a successful product launch. And there are many elements to that. So let me turn this on. Oh, might help if I plug that in. Here we go. Okay. All right. So a product launch can make or break your profits. Without a launch process, all of your work can go to waste, and with a clear process, anyone can launch products with immediate success. So most of you in the room want to launch a product this week. Would you agree? Yep. Or you have a product and you maybe want to get it out there again. It's almost like a relaunch. How many of you have a product and you'd like to freshen it up and relaunch it and get it out there? So call this a relaunch and maybe put a new spin on it. Or if you're doing a new product launch, you want to take this as it is. It's a new product launch to get out there. So good planning can reduce stress and anxiety. Who likes to have a stress-free product launch? There's no such thing. Well, there probably is such a thing, but we haven't experienced one yet. Emily, have you ever had a stress-free product launch? Never. But we can reduce the stress by putting things together in a way that's organized, that's planned, that could really help with minimizing mistakes as much as possible. You're going to see in this process there are about 3,000 things that need to happen. And if one of those 3,000 things goes wrong, the whole thing doesn't work. Would you agree? You don't know yet. So, as an example, yesterday, was it the server, Emily? The server for the membership area?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the server wasn't working, which meant that you guys couldn't promote the webinar. Is that right? One little thing wasn't working, which means the whole thing doesn't work. So we had to quickly, get a new server, get a new URL, upload it again on another site so that it actually works. So it could be one little thing like that. The opt-in page might not work. Might have the wrong date on it. One little thing, and all that hard work is undone. So what we want to do is we want to try and minimize those mistakes and really put ourselves in the best possible position to have a successful product launch. So approaching a launch in an organized way means it won't consume all of your time. Who wants to get their time back? 2 people? A couple of people, great. So we want to get our time back. By the way, this isn't in your books, okay? So just so you understand that, but you will have the video recording later. You want to make sure that you use the best team members and resources for the jobs that they're good at. There are some things that I'm terrible at, and that's why I have the beautiful Emily down the back, and I say, Emily, can you please fix the coding on this, or can you please update that, because then I don't have to do it, and then obviously I get my time back trying to learn how, and I can just trust her to do it. So you want to choose the right roles for the right team members to do what they're meant to be doing. Then what you want to do is you want to get feedback from your customers in your target market about what they actually really want before you even start, because otherwise you could end up going through the whole process of doing a product launch and sell a product that nobody wants. So you want to get the public ready and eager to receive your product. And what we did is, would it be okay if I use the example of Online Bizzo, because we've just gone through that product launch? Is that all right? Just for the process of this, I want to show you what we did for the launch, because there are some valuable lessons that happened through that launch that I want to show you. Now, I want you to pretend that this could be your product in the process, and what would you have to do for your product? Is that all right? Great. So you want to create a clear template to use for future launches. So when we created the product launch for Online Bizzo, we had a system, a step-by-step process that we went through, and if we put down, okay, these are the to-dos and these are the roles of people that need to do what, do you think if we had that template that the next time we do a product launch, it would be easier? Absolutely. So we want to create these templates, we want to create shortcuts or lessons that we learn or things that we want to do better for next time so that when you repeat the process, it'll work again. So why product launches fail? Products don't meet the market. It's like the book about dyslexia to dyslexic people. Okay, she just spent 2 years writing this book, and then the people that were supposed to buy it weren't interested. So you've got to think about, well, does my market actually want this? Which is why we went through target markets on the first day. Lack of research or feedback. If you don't ask your customers questions, how do you know what's coming up for them? How do you know what they need? Raise your hands in the room if you have ever asked your target market questions. Okay, so 3 of you guys in the room have actually done some form of research about asking your customers what they want, what they're struggling with. So for the rest of you in the room, how do you think you're going to go with a product launch if you haven't asked your customers what they want? You can answer me. What do you think? How do you think you're going to go? Something around in the dark? Thanks, Graham. Yep. Exactly, right? So it's like the girl with the dyslexic book. You're kind of doing the same thing if you don't do that research. I would recommend, even in the next break, and if you haven't done this, write it down, find somebody in this room. We're a small group here, but we are people. Find someone in this room that might be in your market. There's young people in the room, there's men in this room, there's women in this room, there's older people in the room, there are people that have lots of money, there are people that have less money, there are people that have a business or are just starting, there are people who are maybe want to improve their health, and there are other people that are healthy, and you want to think about who in this room could be my market. What do you think? And go and find them, introduce yourself, and ask them a couple of questions, in the questions that we wrote down yesterday. What's your biggest pain? What are you struggling with? What do you want for your life? Ask these questions because it's going to give you valuable feedback. And the more people you get to talk to about who could be in your market, in fact, we were chatting the other day, is it Tyrone? No, which one's Tyrone? You're up the front, aren't you? You guys look so alike, it's crazy. So Tyrone was up the front, and Chrissy, my sister, where's my sister gone? She's gone, I can talk about her. So Chrissy, my sister, is in the age group that you were talking about. And she was saying, well, I don't really want to spend money on personal training. I want to do a couple of sessions with a trainer. I want to learn how, and then I'll do it by myself because I'm motivated to. So considering if that's what the market wants, trying to sell them like a 12-month package is not really what they're going to buy, is it? Probably not, because they're just not in that time frame. Somebody who's a little bit older that's tried lots of things before may finally realize, hey, I need that consistent help over a long period of time, and therefore that might be the right type of product to sell that customer. So you want to think about that with your audience. What is it that they really want? Poor allocation of funds for promotion. I understand that some people in the room may not have lots of money for a marketing budget or to run ads or anything like that, which is why this week we're teaching a lot of strategies on how to get free traffic to your business, okay? And if you can use those strategies to get free traffic, make a little bit of money, and then reinvest back into paid traffic. Paid traffic by far is going to give you the best results. It's going to give you the most amount of clicks. Or finding very powerful joint venture partners that have very big databases, okay? Those 2 things by far are going to be one of the best ways to make money. To get traffic. Unclear target market or goals, so if you don't know who you're working with, and then lack of testing and data. So if you're not testing, if you're not split testing, does everybody understand what split testing is? Does anybody not? Okay, great. So if you're not testing your pages, then you can absolutely miss out on potential revenue, potential opt-ins because you're not improving. So execution actually begins months before the actual launch, and you want to anticipate the potential problems. When we launched BuzzTabs, we had no idea that GoDaddy was going to shut us down. Could we possibly have anticipated that? No, we had no idea. So what we've done for future launches, which is why we're giving you graphics and swipes, is we train our affiliates now how to promote. We give them the graphics, we give them the swipes, and we teach them how to get in front of the right audience. Is that anticipating another potential problem for us? It is. But would we have any idea yesterday that the server would go down on us? Could we possibly have anticipated that? No, and it wasn't our fault because we don't have control over it. But what we can do is, okay, that didn't work, and then change tack really quickly. Get to know your audience, and then make sure that all parts are in order. So learning objectives of today are going to include, you want to plan and implement your essential steps. You want to follow a structured process. You want to create and plan and continually monitor. And you want to walk through the best practices for project management. That was funny. I had feedback from a seminar the other day, and I was doing a presentation like this, and they said, when are we going to do internet marketing? When are we going to do digital marketing? But digital marketing is not so much about understanding how to do everything. Digital marketing is more about understanding how to outsource those people who can do the things that you need them to do so that you get your time back. And if you really, really, really want to learn how to do coding and build websites and spend your time doing that, then you can. But if you can go, okay, this person's going to build my landing page, this person's going to get my traffic, this person's going to do my posting, this person's going to manage this, and you manage those people, and then you get your life back, isn't that going to create the lifestyle business that you want? But it is very important for you all to know exactly what elements need to be in the launch so that you can find those people. Is everybody clear? Great. So, your activity. I want you guys to write down, when is your next product launch? Now, it could be obviously this week, or if you're looking at doing something bigger, it could be 6 months, 12 months, however far away you want it to be. You want to set the target date for your launch that's at least 2 months. Actually, Chrissy, can you please grab these and take them up? Actually, we'll do it in the break. That's okay. I'll just use this one for now. So you want to set a launch date. So for some of you, it could be in a couple of days, and it's a very quick launch. That has to be a very simple product. But if you're wanting to do something more complex, then you might want to do it over a period of time. Now, if you're selling swimming pools, when would be a good time of the year to launch a swimming pool? September, spring, summer. So what do you guys think? Winter? Raise your hands if you think you should launch a swimming pool in winter. Winter, spring. What about spring? What about summer? Beginning of summer, end of spring. Okay. So you've got to think about, if you've got a year process or a year of time.
Including summer when people actually walk months. You have to wait 4 months to get it.
Okay. So we've got a year and a bit here. So we're going to think about, like, when are we actually going to do this? If you're going to launch a swimming pool, do you have to dig a hole in the ground to actually install a swimming pool? Do you have to get approval from council to do that? Do you need time to, set the concrete, do the tiles, whatever you're going to do, and then fill the pool up and treat it? Do you need time to do that?
Yeah.
If you were going to have a swimming pool, when would you want the swimming pool ready by? Summer. And how much time would it take to install a swimming pool? 3 to 4 months? You say? Could be. So actually the best time, so if the beginning of summer is about October, November, then maybe August or the end of June could be a good time to actually go, okay, get ready. I know it's winter, but get ready for summer and have a pool ready to enjoy. In fact, you could even wait till maybe a little bit later in September when it does start to heat up. Now, there could be two things. There could be get the family a swimming pool for Christmas, right? So you could do it closer to Christmas, but actually when people would really want to start thinking about it is back here in August. So even though you might say, I want to make money in the next 3 months, if the next 3 months for you is to launch a swimming pool in May, is that the right time to do it? No, so you still need to decide when is the best time to launch your product. So write down now when you want to launch your product. So it could be in 6 months, it could be 12 months, or what month of the year you want to do that in. And what I did with Online Bizzo, I was thinking about, well, when do people actually search for making money online and how to start a business? When do you think people are looking to start a new business? January? Yeah? January, February? Well, when I did the keywords search on GoDaddy, when people search for domains, how to start a business, things like that, most people, they get through Christmas and then it's in January when they search for that. Because they're like, I don't want to go back to my job next year, right? And then what happens is there's a little dip because February happens and they go, oh, I better go get a job because it's taken longer than I thought and I haven't set up my business properly yet and I haven't made the money. So they go back to their job in February and then in March there's another spike where they want to go back to their online business because they realise that, oh yeah, I do really hate my job and I want to start a business. So it's funny that January and March are actually the 2 best months to launch a start your business type product. So if I was to launch Online Bizzo, when would be a good time? It could be January or March. So I'm just going to put like a dot here. Oh, I'm going to put a dot here for January and a dot here for March. So there's 2 possible dates there that I could launch at. Okay. Cool. So steps for success in a product launch in the pre-launch phase. So you have this pre-launch phase, you have a launch phase, and you have a post-launch phase. So this week we're going to be going through different parts of the actual launching phase of a product. So first of all, you need to lay the foundation, you need to build the buzz, and you need to create the launch content. Did we already have the graphics and the swipes ready to go for you when you got here?
Yeah.
Was that pre-creating launch content? Do you think that took time to organise that? Yes, it did. We had to write it, we had to go get graphics created. Actually, Emily, I got an email from Flora with more graphics for the product launch webinar. So if you could put them in the group, that would be good too. So we've got more graphics for you guys to choose from, which is cool. So they've come in. But what you want to do is you want to do all of this before you launch the product. So laying the foundation, define your target market. We've done this already. You want to create this profile. It includes the demographics, which are where are they, who are they. There's psychographics, which is more about, how do they feel about things? Are they emotional? Are they, are they feeling, frustrated, disappointed, what's going on for them mentally. And then you've also got behavioural information as well. So, maybe they feel like giving up or, what are their patterns? Really understand them, because if you can understand those things about your market, you can really engage with them emotionally on your landing pages. So you want to develop a message of develop messaging for your product. So create a clear and consistent messaging from the start. You need to be very clear about what you're actually selling. Who here is selling a product? Just raise your hand. You've got a product ready to go. Great. So Marguerite, come on up real quick. Have we got a microphone? Can I have the microphone? Is it there? Okay, so you have a product, which is great. You're eating something?
Yeah.
We're eating cake. Okay. So I'm going to ask you really quickly, what are you selling?
A membership site.
About?
And a business in a box.
About what?
About online, well, basically what you're teaching here.
So no, but like pretend I'm a potential customer, right?
Oh.
So what I want to get out of you right now is like, what do you sell and
I'm
what
selling
is
a
it?
membership site, but if you don't want to do your own product, I do have a PLR, which you can brand as your own business, and it's absolutely fabulous.
Okay.
Everything is done for you.
Everything is done for you. What do you mean everything is done for you?
They do the website, the landing page, the membership site, they do everything. I mean, basically there were 3 little things I had to do.
Okay. So notice that she's saying that.
So I have to say
So it's now we, because we're partners, right?
Yeah.
We're partners, okay? So what you want to do when you're selling something, you need to have a consistent message about what is it that you're actually selling, okay? So you're selling, you have 2 products
yes,
that you're selling.
yes,
You have your product,
yes,
which is a membership area about how to get your business
Yes.
online,
that's right.
how to get social media going, how to get your products online,
How to be
how to
creative.
create a product, like everything you need to know
Yeah.
about internet marketing is in this membership area. That's your product that you're selling.
That's it.
And then if they're interested, oh, that's really cool, that's really cool. And you can say, and I also have a way as well where you can shortcut all of the pain of creating your own business, and you can also have access a pre-made business in a box ready to go, where you can rebrand it as your own business and sell it as your own product. So that means you don't have to create a product, do the copywriting, build landing pages, drive traffic, do anything. It's all ready to go. So you have 2 products. So you need to differentiate it and not bundle it into one.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
So that's what you're doing. So let's have another go. So tell me, what is your product about?
My product is a membership site which teaches you everything about your own product, to make your own product, to get it out there. However, if you don't want to do that, I do have a second site that I can get you a business box which is ready to launch, has the landing page, it has your emails, it has just everything that you need to get your business up and running, but it's your business.
Mhm.
And that's the thing, you can put your own name on it, it's branded in what you want.
Very good.
And
Okay. Was that better? It was, yes. Yeah, so there was a couple of things that you said that were very, that had a lot of jargon.
Right.
Okay? So what we want to do is we want to make it very simple and understand who the market is.
Yes.
Okay? So most of the market don't even understand business in a box.
No, probably.
And they probably don't even understand landing pages, membership site. They probably don't understand anything like this. You could call it, we have an online educational training site which teaches you how to make money online.
Right.
Within that, it teaches you how to create a product, get your product online, market the product, and scale your product to a global business. Is that more clear?
That's very clear.
Okay, so that would be a better way to describe the product that you're selling. Okay,
Yes.
and let them go, oh, that's pretty cool. Leave it there. Okay, and then if you go, and then if that's not what they want, you can say, well, if you don't want to learn how, there's also an option to have everything done for you. So we have a product created, we have the website already built, we have everything tested, and all you need to do is rebrand it as your own, and then you can sell it as your own business. So can you see how you can make it very simple? You don't need to say business in a box, you don't need to say all these things.
Yeah.
Okay? So you want to get very clear about the message of your product from the beginning, so that when you go to sell, when you're talking to people about it, you'll be much better.
Yes.
That's brilliant. Is that better?
That's much better.
Great, wonderful. Give a round of applause. That was great. Thank you. Okay, and communicate unique benefits to the buyer. So did I share some benefits in what I was saying just then?
Yes.
You don't have to do the work. Yes.
Can you just repeat word for word?
It's in the recording. I'll transcribe it. Actually, that's probably a good idea. I'm gonna write out what it is that you're actually selling, so you guys can learn it off by heart and repeat it. Would that be good? A 30-second elevator pitch. My 30-second elevator pitch is when I meet somebody and they go, "What do you do?" I say, "I help people make residual income online." And they go, "Oh, really? How do you do that?" And I said, "Well, I've created a business in a box, which a pre-made business ready to go that they can rebrand as their own. It's already proven, already tested. They literally have to do about 4 steps and fill out a form, and then they've got a business ready to go. So they eliminate all the pain." And they're like, "Oh," and then they get curious about, "Oh, what is this about? Like, how does it work?" And that's when they start asking questions. So, but that's when I can sell an Uber driver, someone in an elevator. I have actually sold someone in an elevator on my visit. Seriously, I have. But that's if you give them clear benefits. So what is the need that it addresses and the problem that it solves? So when you're saying your pitch about your business, you want to have it in a space of, okay, well, we recognise that the markets struggle with certain aspects of marketing and fully understanding everything for their business. So what we've done is eliminated all of the pain of trying to learn how and test and get it right. We've done it all for them, so all they need to do is rebrand it and sell it as their own. That clearly addresses the problem in the market, and it clearly shows them the benefit of why they should access the product. So don't make claims that your product can't live up to. Okay? So what I could say about this week is I say, guys, if all of you promote and we all get people on the webinar and we make a sale, we're doing 2 webinars this week. Why do you think we're doing 2 webinars? Well, we're promoting the same product. But why do you think we're doing 2 webinars? No? No?
2 different types of audiences.
2 different types of audiences. What else? Why are we doing 2 webinars this week? Double your chances of making money. Exactly. What happens if I'm doing the webinar and the internet cuts out 5 minutes before I give the buy now button? Everybody freaks out. We don't make any sales. So we have a backup plan and we have a second webinar, which means that if anything does happen, if sometimes things happen. The server went down the other day. GoToWebinar might go down on me. I don't know what's going to happen, right? So we do 2 webinars to have the best possible chance of making money this week. That's why we do 2, because if we put all our eggs in one basket, so what I say to you is, guys, it's possible that we could make a lot of money this week. If everybody promotes and if everybody works well, it can go up. But did I say that everybody will make money this week? I said could. You guys heard differently. She heard could, but one person was listening to me. Could, exactly. So you need to be very clear about what you're saying to people. How many of you think that I said you will make money this week? Raise your hands. Be honest. Okay, there we go. Be honest, like, hi, show me. Okay, half the room thought I said you will make money this week. Isn't that funny? But I actually said we could. Yes, if you apply all of the strategies we teach this week. Are you applying all of the strategies? Yes. Great. So that's what I'm saying. But if you don't, how can we promise results? Because you got to be very, very clear about what you're making claims. Because if you do it wrong, then you get a whole bunch of angry people. Half the room thought I said you will make money this week, but I didn't. Right? Yes.
What I understood is because you said last year everyone made money last year, and because you're splitting 50%,
yes.
It's not direct affiliate commissions with everyone in the room.
Yes. Well, if we make one sale, everybody will make money. I said that. Okay? I did say that, but what if I don't make any sales? What if the internet goes down? Gone, right? So can you understand what I'm doing here, right? I need you to understand when you're presenting a product to people, be very, very clear and don't make claims that you can't reach. I said you can make money this week if you take action. Yeah? I said you will make money if we make a sale. Everybody will make money. But that is a truthful statement. That's what we did last year. But do you understand what I'm doing here, guys? It's all in language, but it's how, people, selling is not misleading. But there are ways that you can speak in your language on your landing pages that is truthful, but it has people actually, they're going to make up in their mind whatever they're going to think, aren't they? Isn't that right? But in language, you can persuade people to take action on your landing pages by saying, if you buy this product, you can lose weight. Don't say you will. Does that see the difference? Okay? All right. So, all right. Sorry? Exactly.
Like,
But I put an if. If you all promote, if we get some people on this webinar, and if I make a sale, that's 3 ifs, then all of you make money. Isn't that what I said? Yeah.
What about like the done for you program? So for example, my media program,
Yeah.
I guarantee 3 media spots with my, and no one guarantees 3 media spots. It's a bold, outrageous
Yes.
claim, right?
Yes.
And but you know, that's what I do. People that pay me to pay me.
Yeah.
I make sure they get results. So with the done for you, I guarantee that. However, with people going out doing themselves,
You can't guarantee that.
So-
Exactly. See, we actually never promise that you will make money. We always say, if you take action, if you do all of these strategies, if you do this, if you listen to us. I've had people and I've said, you know, don't sell chicken coops on your landing page because they're a $500 product in Facebook, and they went and they said, well, I want to test the market, so I want to do a chicken coop page. And so I said, okay, well, if you want to do a chicken coop page, we'll set it up, but I advise them not to because it's a $500 product. So we still set up the landing page. Do you think she made any money out of the chicken coop page? No, because she's selling a $500 product in a Facebook page. So we can say you can make money, but you have to listen and take action, right? You've got to listen, and you've got to be clear with your offer to your customers, all right? So creating a marketing budget. So public relations, web marketing, advertising, and collateral costs. Collateral costs are things like flyers and pamphlets that you might hand out and things like that. Physical product, physical marketing material. So create and implement a plan for delivery channels. So create a plan and schedule for working with those who are part of the actual launch. So when we were looking at a plan here, we're going, okay, well, we want to create this product to solve a problem in the market, and we have X amount of time to fulfill, and we created a plan of who we're going to work with to make sure this happens. Next thing you want to do is you want to create and distribute all of the materials they may need. To get you guys ready for the webinar today, I had to give the text that is on those graphics to Flora to go get the team to go create the graphics for you. I had to give her the material. You guys have to give your outsourcers the material to go and set up the posting for them. Does that make sense? Your job is to give them the material that we already created, but I had to get Flora the material for her to create what she needed to create. So it's a process. And then make sure your ordering system and shopping carts actually work. Okay, check your buy now buttons, check everything, make sure it actually works. So if training is needed, make sure that sessions are scheduled and prepared. So if we need to train our staff on doing something, for instance, the other day, I spent 30 minutes with Flora on teaching her what I needed her to do, and by doing that one step, I got about 50 hours back in my life. If she does 50 hours this week and I don't have to, is that a good 30 minutes of my time? Yes, but I had to schedule that 30 minutes of time in so that I didn't have to do that. Then you want to give training and let them know what they need to say as well. So especially when you're doing email support and things like that, we have templated emails. So if a customer says, I can't log into a membership area, our staff has an email that says, okay, please click here to reset your password, or if you still can't get in, please then contact us back again, or maybe try using a different browser. We have different templated emails that we give our staff to handle in support. Some support things they can't answer, so obviously if we get enough questions about the same thing, we will then make a templated email to save time for them as well, to say this is how you respond to this question. Okay, so building the buzz. Let as many people know as possible that your product will be at launch. How many of you went to some seminars last year when I was talking about online business before we even launched it? A couple of you. Were we building a bit of a buzz and excitement? Absolutely. And guess what happened at the time when we did the launch? A whole bunch of people already knew what it was. It had already been explained. And so then when I sent the email, I was able to make my 30 sales very quickly. Then you want to get people interested, curious, and eager to make immediate purchases. So we created enough curiosity enough excitement, enough pre-buzz, benefits, so that when we sent this email, people just went bang and just went and bought a $2,000 product. Okay, so that's what we want to do. A pre-launch period shouldn't be too long so it doesn't fizzle out. So if you leave this pre-launch period, months and months and months, it's gonna kill the buzz. Okay, so you got to keep it short and succinct. And did anybody notice that we had a cut-off date for the first 30 people to get in? Yes, it was something like the 10th of December. Why do you think we made it the 10th of December? Too close to Christmas, yes. So what we did is when we launched, we did a pre-launch, and we started in about mid-October or somewhere around there, and we went to about 10th of December. So it was 2-month space where we went, okay, we're going to do a pre-launch, okay, in this period, and then we said no more people can get in after this. No more people, okay, at that price. You've got to end it, okay? And if you go too long, it's just like, oh, I'm just seeing the same emails all the time and I'm over it and I'm getting out. So the other thing that you can do as well is you can actually have a web page set up. Emily's going to go through how to set up a website tomorrow. But when you're doing this, what you can do is have these elements on it. You want to actually talk about the needs it will meet and the benefits of the product. So you can set up a little website saying, this is what we do, this is how we solve your problems. Then you want to have the story behind the product. So if I was to tell the story about Online Bizzo, it would be that we have been working with tens of thousands of students and clients globally, teaching how and offering done-for-you services for years and years and years and years. Something that we've noticed with a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners wanting to get online is that they have spent a lot of money to try and set up their business, but they run out of money and they can't do what they need to do to really have a successful product launch. And they might get us to do part of it. They might get us to just do a Facebook page or just do a Facebook ad or just do a landing page. And, let's say it's just the Facebook ad. We drive traffic to their website and we go, well, your website isn't converting. You need to change your website. And then they wouldn't change it. So the problem with something like that is we could never promise sales if they weren't willing to test everything and change everything or get it to where it needed to be. So frustrating on our side and frustrating on the customer side. So one of the things that we realized for our customers is the only way we could really guarantee that somebody could make money is if they sold a proven product. How many of you in the room have made money being an affiliate of the Business Formulas? Very good, great. Yeah, exactly. It would have been thousands of dollars. I know you got 4,000. No, Julia. Yeah, you must be over $10,000. You should be over 10,000 US dollars in affiliate commission so far. Julia is at just by promoting a proven product, products that convert. And so we realized, well, if we could actually create a product that converts, that works, and we could help people make sales in that product, wouldn't that make customers much more happy if they could make money straight away? Absolutely. So that's kind of the story behind one of the reasons why we created Online Bizzo. And then what we could do is we could have timelines related to the product or development. So we were telling people about when things were going to happen, when it's going to do the official launch, those sorts of things. And then you want to get feedback from people who actually have tried it and tested it. One of the reasons we had this pre-launch period is we wanted beta testers to test our product to make sure that the product was good to go global with. The other reason why we had a pre-launch period is because we wanted to make sure that there was a market for it, that people actually wanted to pay for it. Do you think that if nobody bought here, we would really need to seriously consider changing our product? Absolutely. Actually, the product itself, Online Bizzo, cost us about $880,000 to build. So if we invested $180,000 to build it here, and then found out to actually launch the product here that nobody wanted it, is that really going to hurt our business? Absolutely. But if we pre-sold it, so we set up a lot beforehand, but we pre-sold it without spending too much money, We put a lot of time in, but not money, and we find out here that nobody wants it. Are we much worse off? Not really, but if we do get a successful launch, we're like, great, people want it, let's finish building it. And could we use the money from the pre-launch to pay for the finishing development of the product? Yes, you can. So doing a pre-launch is great. In fact, I said to Hansi yesterday, I said, you've got this ebook, right? Why don't you, in BuzzTabs, upload your ebook and give it away for 7 days only? If people decide that they want your ebook and they want to download it for free, will he be building his list? Would he be proving his product that people wanted? Yep. And then after 7 days, could he then turn it into a buy now button and now start selling it? Yes. So it's before he even chooses a price point. So he could give away his book, test it in like a mini pre-launch this week, and then if people say, yes, I want this ebook, then he might be able to sell it for $10, $5, $20, whatever later. Okay, so you want to create a press and media plan. So your plan should address existing customers, new prospects, and the general public. So what we did is we obviously reached out to the people that we already knew, and that was our existing customers, and there's quite a few of you in the room. But we were also reaching out to new people as well through affiliate marketing. So we created a very high-paying affiliate program, which meant that when these 30 customers got in, it meant that they could bring in their friends and they would get paid up. So that would be how we reached new people very quickly, by having these 30 people promote. And then what we also did is to go even further than that, and I came up with a strategy of finding joint venture partners. So I had a joint venture partner do a webinar with us, he promoted to his database, and we were able to get some sales that way. And then what we also did is I was looking for products to put within the Online Bizzo platform. So for those of, does anybody not know what it is? Not know? No, we all understand. So Online Bizzo was an opt-in page, a sales page for $97 per month, okay? Pre-made done, so emails done for the first 45 days. It had an exit pop, which goes with an affiliate link, and then there was an upsell, so then there's a membership site on how to make money online, and then there's an upsell, which I'll put here, for either $197 or $497 per month. Right. So, and this is owning the business in a box, which is owning this whole thing. So there was a way for people to upgrade into here, and then also you could promote the webinars and seminars that sold this directly as an affiliate. So now what we realized, opt-in, sales and membership. Okay. So one of the things that we decided to do was within this membership site, we also thought, well, how else can we help our customers make money? And that is to allow them to put affiliate links in the membership area to promote affiliate products. And when you're trying to make money online, don't you need to set up things online? Things like autoresponders, domain names, hosting, things like that. So what we did is we set up these ways to promote hosting where you can make residual income, maybe domain names where you can make residual income, and so on. And so a customer could sell their membership site for $97, but then benefit from the upsells within. And we also, on the back of this product here, we also had an additional membership area which we built because of this pre-launch phase. So in this press and media plan, do you think if an Online Bizzo owner has a business, they've rebranded it as their own business, do you think that you guys would benefit from some media exposure yourself for credibility? I'll just say yes, that's your field. You're like, yes, credibility. So what I did is I approached somebody who actually gets businesses in media. And I said to him, I said, what do you do? And he goes, well, we get, it gets syndicated, we write a press release, it gets out there, and you get lots of exposure for your business. And I said, I don't really care so much about exposure, but I am interested in the traffic that you can get from that exposure. And I said, if you can show me what you do, I will put an affiliate link in our owner's membership site. So there's a second membership site called the owner's site, where we will put a link to your product to upgrade for media. Do you think this person might be interested in the upsell into media for all of the business owners? Yep. And so I said, if you can show me for free what you can do with the media, and if you get results for Online Bizzo, we will roll it out where we will offer your service to the B-Box owners to get their business in the media and to help with exposure as well. Do you think that would be pretty cool? Now, what did I do in that moment? I got free media for Online Bizzo. Isn't that good? I got free media for Online Bizzo, which gives it what? Credibility. And we didn't really get any traffic out of it, so we didn't end up doing that JV. But what it did was I said to him, prove to me your system, but I got the free media. Did it cost me any money? Could you do that too? Right? You could go to some expert out there that goes, yeah, we can do this. And go, well, show me what you can do, and then I can give you this benefit on the back end of that. So you don't necessarily have to pay for exposure or media if you're clever about what you're doing with your strategy, okay? You can also reach existing customers through emails, flyers, direct response, and social media as well. So focus on informing them about the launch. Your new product will also attract new customers. So when people start talking about this new thing that they get excited, it will bring new people in. And then you want to refer to your target market profile and ask yourself, where are they likely to be? If I was targeting business owners, I know business owners are really busy in their business. Are they mucking around on Facebook 10 hours a day? No. So running a Facebook ad, will I actually attract them? Probably not as much as if I went through affiliates who know business owners, and affiliates can say, hey, I know you're really busy, but there's a webinar tonight, you should check it out. See, so we realized that to reach business owners, just doing Facebook ads wasn't enough. We also had to use affiliates because we knew affiliates could get to people that we might not reach through the normal traditional marketing methods. Okay, so you've got to think about where is your market and how are you going to reach them. Also reach out to the media and inform them of your launch. You can even use your past life and go, this is what I was doing in the past and I want to give people hope and I have this great local story and I'd love to get my product out there or give them a reason why your story is interesting enough for them to air. And then traditional ways of reaching out is obviously press releases, local offline advertising, and then also appearing at other events. So you could go to other internet marketing events, other health events, other personal development events, whatever events are in your niche, and meet people in that way as well. So you want to build a list of qualified prospects. This is why we run webinars, because webinars have such a high conversion rate. You want to look at current customers, you want to segment your list. So if you have a database of people already in your list, and you want to know who's interested in this next product, you could give away part of the product, or you could give away a webinar about this new topic and see how many people are actually interested. And now you're segmenting your list into the interested people involved in this here. So for instance, I could raise your hands how many of you find Annie's work pretty interesting? Yeah. And keep it up if you think that she could be valuable to your business. Great. So what I could do is I could segment my list. And if I got you guys to opt in for a webinar you would be interested in learning how personal development can actually help your business, then I would get in this room 60% of my database to segment into a new list that I know is about personal development. And the other 40% I know not to market to them about this because they're just not interested. See that? So you can do that, and it's a very effective way of doing things. Excuse me. Is that mine from before? Too bad. That's all right. We're all family. And then you can also make a list of previous customers that will most likely match your profile. So if you know, like for instance, I know there's some people in this room that would be interested in some things, and there's some people in this room that would not be interested in those things. And I could even just, in my head, I could write down a list of people who may want something specific, and I can target them directly for a specific product. You can do that with the people you know as well, even if they're in your list or not in your list. You want to offer a free gift related to your product? Again, webinars are a great way to do that. Or maybe, like I said, with Honza, he could give away his book for free for 7 days only. Start building a list. He could even give away the first chapter of his book for free, and then he could upgrade them to the rest of the book on the back end. Okay? Those that sign up for free are interested in the topic and then get the valuable feedback from the prospects. Now, because we're setting up a business in this particular product launch, do you think there's some possible things that could go wrong? There's a lot of moving parts here, absolutely. In this product, what we decided was, how can we make this so easy for somebody to get set up that they don't have to do much work? So we decided that the only things that a customer had to do was get their own logo to put at the top. They need to have their own PayPal account, because we can't set that up for them. And they need to get their own affiliate links, because sometimes they ask for tax information and things like that when you sign up, so we couldn't do that. And they need their own .com, so their brand name, .com. So we asked our business owners to get 4 things. Now, in the pre-launch period, because we had 30 people, we originally really just had a form that you had to fill out. Give us your logo, give us your URL, give us your affiliate links in your PayPal account, and we'll set up your business for you. The support questions we got for the first 30 people were phenomenal. Oh my gosh, what color should I make my logo? Which business name should I choose? One girl must have sent me 20 emails just about what business name she should choose. Is that a support nightmare?
Yes.
Do you think if I went global with a product where we're getting 50 emails per customer, right? Do you think that's going to really give us the lifestyle we want? No. And this is why a pre-launch phase is really, really important. So what we did is we, in the owner's site, we created something, I don't know, it must have been like 55 new videos on how to create a logo, how to sign up for GoDaddy, how to sign up for MailChimp, how to sign, how to sign up for all these things, and all of these videos to show how to do stuff. We also used all of the email questions for people about the product. We also used all of those questions, and we created a tab of frequently asked questions, and we have a full-on page of all of the FAQs sorted out inside the site. Do you think for future owners, if they had all of the video training, even a video for how to fill out the form in the membership area, if we had a video on how to do everything, is that going to help us moving forward? Yes. So what this actually did though, because we had to create 55 extra videos or whatever it was, do you think that delayed our launch a little bit? In fact, it did. It delayed the actual launch by about 2 weeks. And this is a really important time period, because if we say we're going to launch January 5th and we don't launch till January 20th, are these 30 people going to be annoyed? Yes. So what we did is we sent an email to everybody, we did a webinar to them, and we said, "Dear Bbox owners, thank you so much for being patient. We're really excited about this product. Because of all of the support questions we've had with this product, we have decided to delay the product launch by 2 weeks. Hopefully that's okay with you, because here's what we're committed to doing. We're committing to making sure that this product is successful for everybody, and if we update the system to make it easier for you, it's going to be easier for your customers as well." Is that a good way to communicate? Do you think if people have waited 2 months already, they won't mind waiting an extra 2 weeks? particularly that answers all the questions. And what happened is out of those 30 people, we ended up with 1 refund. It happens. Because he goes, I don't want to wait any more time. And we said, you will have your business in 3 days. He filled out the form. He was actually first on the list because he was the earliest. And we said, your business will be here in 3 days. He goes, I don't care, I want a refund anyway. Isn't that funny? You wait 2 months for your business but that's the mindset of some people. But we couldn't allow any of the B boxes to be set up until it was perfect. Because if we have to change one thing, we have to change it on every single business. So what we did is we said, okay guys, we're going to delay the actual launch to mid-January, so that we've made the actual launch there. Okay? But if you communicate with people, then that's always going to be better. Alright? So then in January we did the launch. Okay? And so, okay, now here's what we did. We realized because this is a residual income product, we had to test the new price system. We had to test to see whether people would pay for monthly. This pre-launch period allowed people to buy the business for $19.97 with no extra cost. This is a really good number. We got 30 people buy very quickly. But we had to test the new payment system of $197 a month and $497 a month to see if people actually purchase. True? And because we had to test that, it was very difficult to say what the conversions were going to be as an affiliate until we actually did some webinars and actually sold it. In the beginning, we had about 50% of people sign up for $197 and about 50% of people sign up for $497, which we thought that was really interesting. Right? But then, as we went on and I got better at selling it, we are now 7 out of 8 people go for $497. Big difference, isn't it? Yeah. So, and then we kind of did another, okay guys, you know, and then what we did is even though the owner site was set up, we then decided that the affiliate system, we wanted to change that and move it across into Entreport, so we had to redo the entire owner site and move it across into another platform so that we could manage our customers better. One of the things we realized is that there's actually 3 forms in this membership area, 1, 2, 3, right? 1 to get your emails done, 1 to set up your business, and 1 to set up your affiliate links. And the reason we split it out into 3 forms is some people thought, oh well, I need an email before I can set up my social media pages so that I can fill out to set up the business. So we had to fill out form 1, which really just asked what's your URL. And then we thought, okay, but some people were taking too long to get their affiliate links together, so we thought, well, why don't we allow them to have their business straight away, and then they can get their affiliate links in later. So that's why we split it out into 3 forms. But we never would have been able to figure that out unless we had this time period of testing with our beta testers. So just because you create a product, be open to changing it. We changed 1 form into 3 forms. We added an extra 55 odd videos, and then we redid the entire membership area to look really, smooth and nice and easy to understand, because we were like throwing it all in there to try and make sure everybody had the information. And so we laid it out with a much better structure. And would you guys agree that the new membership site is really nice now? Much easier? Yeah, so it's very step by step now. But we had to redo that, and then we had to communicate with everybody again saying, hey guys, we're moving everything across to a new affiliate system. Here are the new links you need to sign up for. Do you think we got some support issues from that too? Absolutely. So we had to go through that process, and then we set up the new site. So now we're in the new site, which is great. And then we've been really going from March since then. So it was a process to launch between November and say March to really get this product working to be very well. Whatever it is that you're selling, whether it's an app, whether it's a membership site, whether it's an ebook, be okay to change the cover of your ebook if no one is downloading it. Don't you reckon? Why not? If no one is saying yes to your ebook, then maybe your cover is wrong, or maybe the headline's wrong. Be open to making changes. Get feedback from people. So creating a social media plan, you want to have teaser posts. We were sending posts out there going, hey, would you be curious about how to own a $100,000 business ready to go? Is that a teaser post? Absolutely. Then you want to have links to new content. So you want to start teaching people about this new thing that you're going to get out there. If you're selling a health product, or if you're selling, whatever it is, you want to give them new content that they've never seen before. If you just regurgitate what everybody else is saying, does that make you stand out? Not really. You have to come up with something original or rework something that's really awesome, but make it your own. You've got to have information on ordering. One of the things that we realized with PayPal is we were doing these webinars and we were getting support issues through the webinars from people having trouble paying. And if people can't pay, does that hurt sales?
Yes.
Absolutely. So what we were finding out was, okay, we've got these people wanting to buy, but because they don't have a PayPal account or because they haven't linked their credit card to their PayPal account, they can't actually purchase. And then we're even talking to them into the next day to try and get them to buy this product. So that's a lot of time and effort I had to put in to make a sale. So what we decided to do is we got out of PayPal with the online Bizzo payment system because it's a monthly membership, and we went into Stripe. So this particular payment button, Pay, went to Stripe. It's another online ordering system. Now, so some people who got in early paid through PayPal into our PayPal account, and then some people who have got in since then are now paying into our Stripe account. Okay, so we have to manage both now, which is fine. But one thing that happened the other day, which is really, really interesting, is PayPal. I was speaking to PayPal, and they want our business back. Why do you think PayPal wants my business back? Because it makes them a lot of money with PayPal transactions. Exactly, right? So it's really interesting the possibilities that can come out of making changes with what you're doing with your products. So you want to post sharing product benefits. You understand that we talked about that. Influencer interviews. Have any of you guys heard of Ken Krell? Yeah. So some of you, he sends a lot of emails. I know it's very annoying. I know. Too many, I know. But what he does have a big database. So I was chatting to Ken when we were in San Diego, and I was telling him about this product, and he goes, let's do a webinar together. So what we did is we did a couple of little selfie interviews just to get people excited about this webinar, and we got, we got about 50 or 60 people on the webinar, and he made about 6 sales or something, which is pretty good. But what it does is when you have another expert interviewing you and talking about your product, does that also give your product credibility? Totally, absolutely. So seek out those people that have databases to talk about your product. And then you want to have informational content as well. So you want to give away free stuff. We give away webinars, we give away seminars, we give away lots of information to build that trust. So ways to engage with social media audiences in the pre-launch includes have a separate product page. So you maybe also have a LinkedIn page as well. So you can create a page on LinkedIn. You want to have other social media outlets such as Twitter or Facebook. You want to also provide the product to people who will promote it. So sometimes you might want to give the product for free if you have affiliates promoting your product so they understand it. With Online Bizzo, we had a very special situation where you must be a buyer of the product before you can be an affiliate. Because it's not just a simple ebook, it's a little bit more complex. We decided that it's a benefit to own the product so you can be an affiliate, and secondly, if they understand the product, they would be able to sell it better than if they didn't own it. Does that make sense? And then it makes it more exclusive to the people who are selling the product that only Online Bizzo owners can be an affiliate. So you might choose to give away your product though to your affiliates so that they really have the tools that they need to understand what they're selling. And then look for signs of engagement and adjust your schedule accordingly. So if people aren't buying through Christmas time, maybe you might need to change your launch till later. You want to think about when people are spending money And is this the right time to launch my product? If you're targeting parents of children and it's the end of January, what are they thinking of spending their money on in that time? Back to school stuff, exactly. If it's, Easter time, what are people thinking of spending money on? Easter eggs, things like that. What about Valentine's Day? Flowers, gifts for the partners, things like that. So you want to think about, well, is this the right time of the year that people might want to spend money with me? If it's just before the financial year, right, like right now. So, by the way, everything you buy in this room is tax deductible. But you get the idea, right? This is you can actually capitalize on a benefit of what's actually happening in the world at that time. If you look at companies like Officeworks will always do a big push campaign to sell their products before the end of the financial year, don't they? Isn't that? Pardon? And spend the budget. Spend the budget. Car companies do that. Spend the budget before the end of the financial year. Get a tax write-off. Get all this, and people just spend all this month to get rid of all their money so they don't have to pay tax. Don't they? Pardon? Who does that? Well, we all do something, don't we? We spend something, make sure we get a tax write-off. So that's what people do. Okay. Build the anticipation with content. So any outlet where you can be visible to prospects, create a blog series about your product that documents its development, and you want to send messages to people on your list to tell them about the product to build excitement. We sent a lot of emails about Online Bizzo, about BuzzTabs, about this event even. Didn't we send a lot of emails about this event? Reminding people, this isn't. Do you guys find this event valuable so far? Yeah. Great. So we've got to talk about the value of this event to, talk it up because, gosh, if we were to compare it to other events out there, what you get in here is far more than other events where you pay $10,000. And that's what we're talking about in the pre-sale emails. You got to get them hyped up, get them excited about what they're going to get when they come, so they actually do come and buy your product. Create a schedule for content that you'll send during the pre-launch. Experiment with different times of the day and then monitor your results carefully. You want to track everything. If you're sending emails out with the heading "Lose Weight Fast" and no one's opening your email, then maybe try saying "Lose Weight Quickly" and see if you get a bigger open rate. Or how to lose that last 10 kilos, or how to lose that last 2 kilos. Play around with your headlines. Play around with the time of the day when you send emails. See what works better. A few guidelines include consistency is key. You have to remain consistent with your customers. Maybe weekend, lunch breaks, and evenings are the best times to be posting if you're going to be posting, because that's when people have a break and they're on social media. You want to look at your open rate, your click-through rate, and other relevant email metrics so that you can really maximize on every email that you sell. Sometimes if we make a mistake, we might send another email straight after to say, oops, we made a mistake. Have you guys ever seen that one? Those emails get the higher open rates than the first one. And sometimes we do it on purpose. Because if it's a quick campaign, we make sure you guys open it and we go, urgent, we did this update, you need to know about it. Okay? Look at bounce rates, comments, shares, and likes and blogs. If you ever get an email from us, just consider it as us testing the market. Okay? Don't go, oh, no, another email from Alison. Because that's what it's about. We're always testing what opens the email, what has you click through, are you actually clicking spam on the email? What is it that's actually making an email successful or not? Gotta have a joke about these things, right? All right. Remember, it's not just about sending information, it's about establishing a two-way conversation or communication. You want to build relationships and get feedback and insights. So one of the things that we did after the pre-launch is we asked for feedback from our customers so we can get this dialogue going and see, how can we improve the product or what else could we do to help and assist them to grow their business. One of the things we did do is a lot of the people said, well, we're having trouble getting clicks. So we offered, okay, well, why don't we have an ads program in here? So it's another way for them to get traffic, so we can even do the ads for them, so they don't even have to worry about traffic to their business either. Oops. So we can do that for them. So once you ask your customers what they need, you want to add that additional information or those other bonuses to your product to get that going. So gathering feedback, seek as much feedback as possible for those who have used and tested the product. Wes and I have spent literally hours and hours talking about how the product can be improved, if there's any little glitchy things. Sometimes when you're using platforms, things don't work, and it's like, how can I get past this thing? And I really appreciate and honour you, Wes, for sticking with us through that testing time, because it's always really valuable for us as product owners to get that feedback so we can make it better for everybody. So let's give Wes a round of applause. He's absolutely awesome. Really, he's an incredible guy. And, you know, if you ever get to work with Wes in some capacity, he's really amazing. Like, what he goes through to just get results for people, it's just amazing, just in every way. So thank you, Wes, appreciate that. But, you know, not many customers would actually work with you on a product, would they? They're like, oh, it's not working for me, and then just go on. But he's like, he comes to me and he goes, Ali, I really believe in this product, let's make it better. Isn't that cool? That's really, really cool. We're still doing it, yes, we're still doing it, but that's the thing, and it's a process, right? And we're always going to continually make it better, and that's what you do with products, okay? So you want to turn feedback into testimonials as well. So sometimes when people get results, like Julia, she made 2 sales in the first day and covered the cost of her business. So I can turn that feedback into a testimonial, which we did, thank you very much. And then that actually helps with more sales. Who actually bought because of Julia's testimonial? I made sales in the same day. Thanks. There we go. So Julia actually helped Wes get in because she made her money back in the first day. So testimonials actually help get other people to you know, buy the product. Document feedback and make other changes, turn feedback into testimonials and spread the word as well. So ways to gather feedback, conducting surveys. We use a company called SurveyMonkey. They do allow 10 free questions. So if you go to surveymonkey.com is a good one. What we did is we added that in the membership area as well. So we said, guys, we really, really appreciate your feedback. Click out on this link and will you give us feedback on SurveyMonkey? Okay. Will you give us feedback on the product, because we want to continually improve and we want to know how we can help you and serve you even better. One of the interesting things that we got out of this survey, and I think it's to do with the mindset of buyers, is a question that we asked about how many hours a day are you promoting your business? So let's just ask the question of the room, on average, even outside of this event, how many hours a day are you promoting your business? Back then, like before coming here?
0
because I didn't know how. What else? 0? Raise your hands if it was less than an hour a day. Okay. What about less than 2 hours a day? Less than 3 hours? Or between 2 and 3? Well done, Graham. Anyone over 3 hours a day? Okay, 3 hours. Right.
Because I'm slow.
Because you're slow. But very good. Okay, so there's really only 2 or 3 people in this whole room really promoting a product or a service. And what you need to understand is, if you're not spending any time selling or promoting, then you're not going to make any sales in your business. And one of the interesting things that we saw from the feedback is that most people were spending between 1 to 2 hours a day, if that, promoting the business. Now, I'll just ask the question of the room, how many hours a day do you think you need to promote your business to have a multi-million dollar global business?
1 hour.
1 hour? Raise your hands if you think you need to promote 1 hour a day. 2 hours a day. 3. 4.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, promoting your business, whether you get somebody else to do it or you do it yourself, okay? 4 hours a day. 5. 6. More than 6 hours a day. 24/7. There we go. So 2 people in the room think to have a global, multi-million-dollar business, you would need to promote more than 6 hours a day. What do you think the correct answer is?
0.
You have to get outsources.
Emily, what do you think is the correct answer? Like, how many hours a day do you think that business owners need to promote their business, whether they're doing it or an outsourcer is doing it? How many hours a day should they be promoting to really be successful? Honestly.
Using tools like Facebook ads and how that can be monitored, we can be promoting constantly.
Yeah, so full time.
I would say full time. I mean, especially with retargeting.
Have you got a microphone?
No, yeah.
Cool.
With Facebook ads and retargeting, you could be promoting your business 24/7.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So 24/7. And most of the room have the idea that you only need to promote maybe 2 hours a day to have a successful global business. So we realized in this feedback form, it's like, oh man, if we are going to help our business owners be successful, we need to kind of change the idea in your head about what it actually takes to have a successful business. Don't you reckon?
Well, where's your lifestyle going if you're doing
We're not saying you have to do it 24/7. I'm saying that outsource it.
Yes.
Spend 30 minutes a day, an hour a day outsourcing, but having this constant traffic coming, having somebody posting for you, having someone doing ads for you, if you can't afford it, you have to put in that time. And of course, you're not going to put in 24/7 hours yourself. But, you're going to have to step it up more than less than an hour a day. That's what we're trying to say here. And what we realized is if the mindset of the group that buys the product is only promote an hour a day, how can we help them make $1 million in their business? Do it for them. Okay, so we offered this ads program. How many of the ads you think were actually sold? You got ads, right? Somebody else has it. So 2 people in the room have ads, but out of, 10 people. So if only 20% of the room here actually got ads, that's 80% of people not taking action on ads. Even though we do it for them, right? So you've got to have a look at, okay, if I've got this product and if it's not working for people, what do I do to take it to the next step to help them do it? Is it a mindset thing? Now, I want you to apply everything that I'm sharing right now to your business. If you're helping people get healthy, if you're helping people, with relationships, if you're helping people, with other things, with their children or with weight loss, what is it that you can do to make it better for them to help them get results? And you'll notice that we constantly keep adding things to this product to help them go to the next level in their business. Because we realize to really, truly help people be successful, it's so much more than here's the product. But you notice we got all of this through the pre-launch phase. Then you want to offer free samples and ask people what they thought, so that's a possibility, and then you can carry out the soft launch, which is what we did. So then what we did is we scheduled the pre-launch viewing or the sampling, so we allowed that in November and December. We gathered key influencers and members of the press and other people with high profiles to help sort of boost the idea of what's actually going on with this. And we also asked them to maybe try the product, or you can ask them to try the product and leak the news to others. Have you guys ever seen in social media when a celebrity wants to do something big, they always bring other celebrities in? What are they doing when they're doing that?
Building credibility.
Building credibility, but they're leveraging off the database and the followers of those other people to get the word out. It's like Ben Affleck and, what's his name? Chrissy? Ben Affleck. Matt Damon. So like Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are always doing stuff together or against each other or whatever, right? And they're leveraging on each other's databases to get millions of views of their videos and what they're doing. Don't they? Yeah. No, but they're leveraging off what they have. And there's Jimmy Kimmel. Kimmel? What's his name? Kimmel. Then Jimmy Kimmel jumps off the back of that and he does a thing with them as well. And then, did anyone see that Chewbacca girl laughing with the mask? Did anyone see that? I mean, it's so silly, but it got, I don't know, something like 20 million views. And then Jimmy Kimmel did one of those driving in the car stunts that he does with the girl with the Chewbacca mask. He just jumped on the back of this success because everybody's laughing about this silly mask. Anyway, but you want to leverage off other people with databases. So a great strategy for a boost just before it's released, you want to also arouse curiosity, and you want to seek an influencer to talk about your product and push your product buyers over the fence. So using someone like Ken helped a few people get over the fence. That's what we wanted to do. So then you want to create the launch content. So creating most of the content you will publish during the launch is all happening in your pre-launch stage. What we had to do for our Bbox owners, because they were going to be an affiliate, we had webinars, we had 2 different webinars, and then we had 3 different seminars that we had going, where they could promote as an affiliate to all of these different products. So we had to create the marketing material, so the graphics and the swipes for each one of these different events, because they're all different webinars and all different seminars about it. We had to create all of that marketing material and have it in the affiliate center in here, ready for the pre-launch. Now that's a lot of work, isn't it? To create, it was a lot of work just creating the graphics for just 2 webinars. We were creating the graphics and the swipes for 5 landing pages, and we had to set up 5 landing pages as well and make sure that they were tested and convert as well, because you want to get your affiliates promoting things at work. So you want to make sure that you do that. Because we did that before the launch, it meant that the launch happened much quicker, there was more of a buzz, and we didn't have to worry about creating graphics while we're handling customers. You'll also be able to focus on engaging your customers during that process, because you're not worried about, oh, I haven't got that graphic made yet, or uploading it into the site. Create as much planned launch content as possible. You will create more as you go along according to the response and feedback. There are some more essentials that have to happen before the launch happens as well. So the more that you can do before you actually launch, the better or the more successful you're going to be during that phase. There is a lot to do, okay, which is kind of one of the reasons why we created Online Bizzo. Is anybody feeling like, I don't want to do all this, it's really hard work, it's a lot to do?
Yes.
Who's feeling like that? Right. And I dare say that's the reason why a lot of you bought Online Bizzo, because you didn't want to do all that work. Absolutely, right? But I'm sharing with you what actually has to happen, because you do have to do these things. It doesn't matter what product you sell. Whether it's an ebook, whether it's a health program, whether it's a cookbook, whether it's a property, whatever it is that you're going to sell, you do have to create that pre-launch material. This is solely designed to bring people into your sales funnel, offer information, free downloads, or other ways to qualify prospects. And it may differ from the page that you'll use going forward. It may change, and be willing to change. Be willing to change your headlines, your copywriting, your graphics. Sometimes we get graphics back with our team, and I just go, oh, please just make new ones. And, but the more specific that you can be with your team or whoever's doing things for you, the more likely you'll get what you want back first time. And so using females on the graphics will help your product launches as well. Something about women, people like to look at them, click on them, things like that. So we've just created some new graphics, and they'll be up in the membership area with females on them, so you can switch them out in your launch webinar events. But you want to have these graphics so that they're just, engaging your audience. Use pages that are only visible pre-launch, that offer the free gifts and the videos. Use a template and create your page with tools and services such as Lead Pages or Optimized Press or WordPress. Emily's going to be covering that tomorrow, how to set up those landing pages. Okay. All right, so planning your email sequence. You have emails before the launch goes live, during the launch, and immediately after the launch. Not only did we have to plan the launch emails, but in this particular product, we had to plan the emails for your launches. So you guys have to do your own product launch, right? So we had to plan the emails for your opt-in pages for 45 days, your sales page for 45 days, your emails for your affiliate program as well. So it took me something like 9 hours to write the emails for your system, for your product launches, as well as the launch emails that we did to sell the actual online Bizzo product. So we kind of doubled our work here, but that's what was essential for the product. So for you, you only really need to focus on your product launch, your pre-launch emails, and your post-launch emails. So Emily went through email marketing earlier, so I'm not going to go through this in too much detail, except to say you want to have launch emails happening about every 3 to 2 days leading into the launch. So this is 2 weeks before, 10 days before, 7 days before, 5 days before, 4 days before, 3, and it gets closer, like 1 day every day leading into the launch. And then you have launch day. It's happening. You can now get access. It's open. Now notice that there's a limited time. Have a limited time on your offers and make sure you close it on that time. Okay? If you don't, it will mean that people will think that, oh, they can get it later, so they won't buy now. You must have urgency in your email. Then what you want to do is then have obviously the emails after. So get your questions answered. Here's what other people are saying about the product, make it more interesting. And then maybe on here, day 5 after tomorrow is the last day of accessing this product. And then the cart is closing, final hours. Have you guys ever seen there's only 4 more hours left to get this thing? Yeah, exactly. So you want to tell people what's going on. And then the day after the launch, you may want to join the waiting list for the next one that comes out. Have you seen that before? You missed the launch, so you can join the waiting list. And then after that, you want to have a haven't had a chance wait link, and then a week after is what do you have to say about the product? And this is where you can get testimonials from people as well. So there really is a process to an email marketing launch, and that's just your product. We did the same thing for inside your product in a smaller form, okay? So you always want to be thinking about what else can I add to my customers to give them great tools and help them be successful. How are we all going? We're good? We're going to have a break in half an hour, so nearly there, okay? All right, so then one way to build the excitement is to create special content and then add extra bonuses for early purchases. So some of you are here in this room because I said, if you buy online Bizzo, I'll give you a discount to come here. Who came here because of that? Like 6 people in the room, right? So 6 people came because I said, if you buy this thing, you also get this at a discount. But did I also upsell you in the same process? I did, because I said, if you get this thing, you get a discount for the next thing. See that? So by doing that, it meant that the product actually made more sales on the upsell by creating an urgency, but it's a bonus by getting a discount. It's a very clever strategy for your business if you can do that. Okay? Also add bonuses and announce a halfway sort of through the pitch, like we're halfway through, so make sure you get in now. You want to consider doing something eye-catching, gain attention when your product releases. Have you guys ever seen those people jumping around kind of, on the side of the street with those signs that flip around and grabbing attention? Yeah, kind of annoying, kind of funny, but are you looking at them? Are they getting your attention? Exactly. So you got to think about what can you do about your product that will have people go, oh, what's that? Because seriously, how many health products are being promoted online? How many make money products are being promoted online? Like all of these things that are being promoted online, you got to compete with them, don't you? Why do you think I got you guys to create some videos yesterday? For something different. Everybody's just making a post, copy paste. It's kind of boring. We've given you copy, which is great. But if you can create something different, something personal, something funny, push somebody into a pool, do something interesting. I don't know, like do something that will get attention. Do you think the boys are smiling down the back? I know you're going to do that now. Have you done your video yet, by the way? Perfect chance. Who hasn't done a video yet, by the way? There's still a few of you. How about I can't upload it? It's too big. Can you connect your phone to your laptop?
I have just been trying to do that as well.
Okay, well maybe in the next break we can help you do some of those things so we can get you up. Sometimes you can upload straight from the mobile phone to Facebook. Are you connecting to the internet to do it? Okay, so we'll have a look and see if we can help you with that. You might even have to maybe make the video shorter, maybe make it 30 seconds. Just do it again real quick and then you'll be able to do it. Yeah.
The video, I just put it on my iFrame. Should I put it into Facebook as well?
So you wouldn't have put it into your iFrame, you would have put it on your Facebook page, right? Yeah. 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 So it's on your page. But you can share it with your profile as well. You want to share it around your assets, yeah. Excuse me. All right. So create customer service content before your launch. So like I said to you before, if you can create those pre-made customer service emails, I literally probably created 20 email responses for my team for common questions that you guys were asking us about this product, so that for future customers, they would have the tools to respond to them. Also, this content is to help customers with any questions or concerns, and it also created an FAQs page, and we even created some videos out of those questions. If we get enough questions about a certain topic, is it in our best interest to spend 10 minutes and create a video? Absolutely, because if we're going to have to spend 5 minutes writing it out and emailing our customers all of the time, then it's really going to put a big drain in our business. Or we could create a video, whack it up in the membership area, and we can say in the email, watch the video in the membership area. There's a video on how to do it. Is that much better? Absolutely. Having content ready will allow you to respond quickly to potential buyers and new customers. Tutorials will also help you get them what they need straight away. So this is why we created all of those videos. People like to learn visually. If our entire membership area was just step-by-step text, would you guys be spinning out? Be like, oh my gosh, there's so much to read, and people won't do it. So we have videos with little checklists on the side of here's what you need to do. So your activity is to plan the details of your product launch phase. So you want to lay down the foundation. So what is it that you're actually going to be selling? You want to determine the buzz building activities. We used webinars and we used events in our pre-launch buzz activities. So you might want to think about what will you use for your pre-launch or buzz activities. You might want to have a meetup. You might want to have some kind of a Skype chat with people. What is it that you're going to give away? What are you going to do to really create that buzz? Maybe you want to jump off the back of somebody else's event. There was Chrissy, do you remember the girls that wore those fancy thongs that went to that media? There was the red carpet with the fashion. There's like a fashion, I can't even remember, my mind's gone blank. It's like a fashion week. And these girls turned up, they weren't even part of the fashion week, in bikinis and these flip-flops, like high heel platform flip-flops. But because they're in bikinis, guess where the media attention went? To them. And they got so much exposure from these high heel kind of flip-flops, and because they were like really fluid colours and things like that, that now they've been picked up by David Jones, or not David Jones, like Target and those cheaper big chain stores, and now they've got a distributor for their flip-flops because they hijacked somebody else's big event because they knew there'd be media there. Because, when in between things that are happening at the event, the media are just standing around doing nothing, aren't they? They are. So it's like, hey, I'm here, I've got a story for you. Get some attention, and then outline the content to create as well. We had to create emails, we had to create swipes, we had to create email content swipes, and we had to create graphics for the promotional material and ad graphics as well. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys some time now to actually maybe make a list. Make a list of the things that you need to get together for your product launch this week. Whether if it's an affiliate product that you're promoting, whether you need to maybe have an opt-in page set up or a sales page set up. I'm going to give you guys some time now. We've got 20 minutes, and I want you to write a list of all of the things that you think you need to do this week to get that set up for this week, or if you're planning a longer time launch, I want you to do that now. Is that okay, everybody? Right? So we're going to spend some time now to do that. We've talked about a lot of things that you need to do in your business. You can refer to your notes. If you have taken some notes along the way and you're like, oh yeah, I need to do that, I need to do that, start writing a checklist of all of the things that you need to do. I would even recommend putting it in a spreadsheet. So you could even use the Manage Online Business spreadsheet, make a new tab and go, these are my to-dos, and then you can start putting next to them, who is going to do those jobs? Which ones are you going to do? Sometimes it's quicker if you do it, but most of the times it's quicker if other people do it. Sometimes I just create the graphic because by the time I write the content, send it to my team and wait for them to do it and send it back to me, I could have just whipped it up in Photoshop. And it's just a quick graphic I need. So sometimes it's better for you to do it. So write a list of the things that you need to do for your launch in the pre-launch stage. So getting together your landing page, getting together some emails, getting together, maybe you need an autoresponder. Think of those things that you need for your product launch, write a list, and then put who's going to do that next to it. Or maybe just go outsource if you don't know how to do it or what you want to do. Yes?
Can I do buzz tabs?
So if you want to promote buzz tabs, you can. So obviously you need to get your affiliate link. You need to maybe write some emails, get those things together. You know, what is it that you're going to need to put together to promote that product?
Can
Okay.
you have a couple minutes just to go through bus tabs? It's not actually hold it on.
Okay, so in the membership area, like in the actual BuzzTab software, there is a video training area. Can you see training at the top? So if you click on training, you can watch the videos on how to do that. But if you're going to do that, put your headphones in. So yeah, but just do that later. Okay. So notice how we already have video training to support a product. When you can do that, it's going to save my time now explaining it. We've already done it in the product. If you can do that as much as you can in your products, it's really going to help you do it, you know, get your time back in your business.